are going to review the midpoint and distance formula from what a lot of you had said in our Zoom meeting this morning. You just want a refresher. I also do one for parallel perpendicular in a minute. All right, so for the midpoint formula, all you have to do is basically try to find the middle of a line segment. So again, middle is mean, which means average. So what you're going to do is basically find the average between the 2 points. So all you got to do is follow the formula. X sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2 will give you your x coordinate, and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2 will give you your y coordinate. So easiest thing to do is just label this. This is x sub 1, this is y sub 1, this is x sub 2, y sub 2. Again, it's just the second term that is listed. So then we have your formula. You have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2 would be your x coordinate. And then you have y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2 is going to be your x coordinate. So negative 9 plus negative 2 is going to be negative 11 over 2. Just leave it as a fraction. You don't have to turn it into a decimal. If you want to turn that into negative 5.5, that's fine. And then negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6, and negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So that would be your midpoint, would be negative 11 halves and 3. So let's look at another one. X sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So again, x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2 would give me my x coordinate, and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2 would give me my y coordinate. So negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 will be negative 3. Negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 2 would be negative 6. So those are your 2 coordinates. That's how you find the midpoint formula. All right, now let's do the distance real quick. Now distance is when you're trying to basically find the length of the segment. Same thing, all you gotta do is identify x sub 1, x sub 2, and plug it into the formula. So x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, so then I'm going to write the formula out really long. I go ahead and put the parentheses and all the subtraction signs so that you don't get your signs all messed up. Okay, and then we're gonna plug in. X sub 2 is 6. X sub 1 is negative 1. That minus sign does not take place of that negative. Y sub 2 is 7. Minus y sub 1 is negative 4. All right, and what happens when you have double negatives? They turn into positive signs. So now I have 6 plus 1, which is 7. I have 7 plus 4, which is 11. I've got to square those first. So we've got 49 plus 121. Then we're going to add them together. 9 and 1 is 10, carry 1. 3 and 4 is 7, and then 1 and 0 is 1. Then the last thing you need to do is you need to take the square root of 170. Now, if it's not a perfect square, just round it to your nearest tens place. So, sorry, I'm using this graphing calculator. So 170 is equal to 13.03. I'm going to make this 13.04 because we don't want to round it up to 13 because then it would say it would be 169, and that's not true. Okay, so let's look at another one. Again, distance formula, we have x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Our distance formula, again, I'll rewrite it, is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. So let's just plug in. Again, if you guys do the long radical sign and then put your parentheses and the minus signs, you're less likely to make a mistake when you plug numbers in. X sub 2 is negative 3. X sub 1 is 5. Y sub 2 is negative 8. Y sub 1 is negative 5. All right, right here, double negative, so that's going to be a positive. So we're going to bring this down. I'm going to have negative 8 squared plus a negative 3 squared. Well, negative 8 squared is 64. 3 squared is 9. 64 plus 9 is going to be 73. And then I take the square root of 73, and I get 8.5. Okay? All right, so that's distance. So take care.